Hi, do you ever just want to flex the crap out of your younger self? Because that's what I'm going to do today. So you know how a lot of artists redraw their old artwork to see how much they've improved? I think it's really cool when other artists do it, but it's not really for me since most of my old art is really boring and I wouldn't want to just stop at redrawing it because I'm dramatic and I like doing the most. So I had the idea, I was like, why don't I just do that? So I'm going to take one of my old pieces and totally revamp it from the ground up, like fix the character designs, redraw it, animate it, and make a little scene out of it. And just go ham and do everything my 12-year-old peanut brain would have never dreamed was possible. Also, I thought it'd be kind of fun to take you guys through a bit of my process and show you all the changes that I made to the original. So maybe seeing some of the mistakes I used to make will help you guys with your own art. But mostly I just want to roast myself. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so I found this piece on my old DeviantArt account, and I checked to see when this was posted, and I am like so embarrassed. Oh my god, this was from like 2013. Like, this was not that long ago. I mean, like, 7 years is a long time, but I don't know, man. I was like too old to be drawing this bad when I was this age. Like, I don't know. I was like a coherent human being at this point. Like, I was too old to be booping around this hard. Like, what was I doing? I'm gonna be honest, this isn't the worst drawing I've ever made. There's some stuff I like about it still that I think could become really interesting when I redraw it. For example, the dress design with the off-the-shoulder part in gold and the sun motif on her chest. I think it plays really nicely with the pink hair and eyes. And I also like how she's reaching out towards the light, which I think could look really cool in an animated form. Just gonna ignore the fact that I did that just because I didn't want to draw the hand. For the stuff that I don't like, she built like a ramen noodle. Also, her hair is just one big chunk. Everything is very flat. There's no hard shadows, no depth to the background, and the way she's positioned is very two-dimensional. Also, the color of the phoenix is saturated and sticks out from the rest of the piece, which is very muted, which makes it look like it doesn't belong there. Like, who put you there? Where'd you come from? Why are you so red? So the main thing I'm going to focus on for the new version is making everything look more dynamic and more three-dimensional, fixing the color palette to make everything look more coherent, and also updating all the designs to make everything fit more with my current art style. So here I sketched out 3 different shots. I'm going to focus on the first one for now because that's where most of the stuff is going to be happening in this scene. So basically she's going to look up and brush her hair behind her ear and watch the phoenix as it flaps a wing in front of the camera. I wanted to age her up and also play more off of that delicate princess aesthetic from the original that I was trying to go for. So I made a couple of changes to her outfit. I added a choker with the sun on it, changed the top of her dress. I also added some sleeves with some transparent fabric that I thought would look cool with the ethereal vibe I'm going to go for. I also made a couple of changes to her hair. I drew it a lot more weightless, and that's going to be a lot more fun to animate too, so that's going to come into play later. Also, I made it a much warmer pink because I thought it would go better with like the gold and the warmer tones that are going to be in the other elements in this scene, like the phoenix. And yeah, just going through and making a couple changes. So now it's time for After Effects. I painted a sunset background and also drew up a quick wing to use in this shot. You can't really see in this one, so I'll show some of the next one to talk about the bird a bit. First of all, I got rid of the red because I thought it stood out too much. Yeah, no more of that single pepperoni on a pizza looking aesthetic. I also changed the design of the bird to make it look like an actual bird, make it a little more realistic. You can see in the full design, I totally changed it up from the original. And I took elements from like eagles and like birds of paradise and like a cockatoo. I'm not good at drawing animals, but I think it looked pretty cool. Anyway, I imported all of the parts into After Effects and basically just made the motion happen as I planned earlier. The main thing I use to animate my drawings is the puppet tool. So here you can see I put the pins in each flyaway strand of hair, for example, and I made them float around in the wind just by adjusting it all. I also made her tilt her head a bit as if she's like kind of thinking as she's looking at the phoenix. I also changed the sizing of everything inside the frame to make it look like the camera zooms out before the wing comes out in front of her, just to make things a little bit more interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's rinse and repeat for the rest of the scene. Anyway, roll the tape. Yeah, so what do you guys think? I don't think this final piece is like a masterpiece in any way, and I'm still learning and trying to improve my art and video editing skills, but I do think it is a lot better than the original. I know this isn't like my other content, but I just want to try something new, so let me know what you guys think, and if you want more content like this down below. Yeah, this was fun. See ya.